Live from the MC.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the DP. We're the DP. It's your boy Stacks the Plug. I got my man Eddie Urchata to my left. At the far right, we got the little man, aka N Dot. Next to him, we got Sprizzy, big time. I was about to call him Sprizzy the God, but I forgot now he's big time Sprizzy. And we're the DP. And today, we have a very, very special guest.
Special.
Absolutely. Professional male domestic abuser.
Okay. Ooh.
Certified sadist. Mayhem Melodie.
Let's give it up.
Let's go.
Let's give it up.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to spend a little time with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, our
It's my
pleasure.
to talk to you fellas.
Yeah, y'all remember that show? This is a little sidetrack, but you remember that? You remember that show I used to tell you about on YouTube? Mayhem. This is just a sidetrack.
Tell us.
It's a gangster ass show. Gangster
Oh,
ass
it's
show.
a gangster show.
Yeah. Just so you just.
You want to know how to know your pothead?
Oh my
Because
God.
I used to do this with the gum rappers in high school too. You sit there, you got nothing else to do, and you roll it up.
That's right.
That's a
Every
fact.
Perfect
true
shape.
pothead knows about this.
Well,
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Thanks for shouting me
fact.
out. Thanks.
Shout out to
Big time. Big time.
Sprizzy.
Big time.
with
Big
the
time.
glizzy. No.
Shout
Oh, man.
out, small time Sprizzy too, man.
Small time
This
Sprizzy.
is starting out the wrong way already, guys. All right? This shit sounded like a PBS infomercial going on right now. I don't know.
Now, but tell us about Mayhem. How does all
No,
relate?
let's not worry about Mayhem. Let's get
Let's
into
not
your
worry about
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Let's
My
talk about your
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Well, my Mayhem DP stands for double penetration.
So that's what I was going to
my
ask. What
God.
did you think was going to happen when you heard you were doing the DP? With us.
Yeah, that's
I
a
was like,
that's a
holy
great question.
shit, I forgot my strap back home.
I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way.
Flipped it on you, huh?
All right. So tell us a little bit like about what you do. What's what for those that don't know back home? What's a sadist?
Well, I don't do. I am a sadist. No, I'm playing.
Got you.
Well, a sadist is someone who gets pleasure from someone else's pain.
Okay. So to dive in a little bit deeper, is the receiver and the giver both a sadist, or is only the giver a sadist? Because you said receives pleasure from seeing someone else's pain, right?
I like this question here. You know why? Because usually people think very black and white of it. They're like, oh, there's some sicko that likes to get hit, and there's a sicko that likes to do the hitting. And sadomasochism, it's a real thing. There's people who are sadistic and they do enjoy pain, humiliation, and all that shit.
Yeah. Are those serial killers or?
It must be.
No, they're not serial killers. Yo, you'll be surprised. Like, it's the most basic shit. Like, all right, you ever fucked a girl who like they're really aggressive?
Sure.
And she like getting spanked and her hair pulled and getting choked a little? Well, guess what? You were being a sadist and she was being a masochist.
You know it.
And you enjoyed it. You was in balls deep, right?
I did.
Nah,
I do.
I'm not gonna lie. I might be a little sadist myself, because I'm not a masochist. I'm not one who likes pain being inflicted.
You look like you like your nipples pinched. I'm like,
I haven't tried it, but you
I
know
call
what?
cap.
You know what? Hey, I'm open to trying things, But one time I was having like intense sex with my girlfriend at the time, and I just got wrapped up, and I was like, slap me to see how it feels. She did it, and I was like, okay, we're never doing that again.
He said, you know what?
I was like, I'm gonna stick to the slapping. Like I feel more comfortable doing the inflicting.
Right. She just went straight for it.
No, ella me
Remember
dio.
that shit you said that
Ella
day?
me
guard. She
dio.
was
Y no me
like,
gustó.
You got caught off guard and said,
She
all
said,
right.
you know what? He called me a bitch last Tuesday. You want me to slap you?
I was like,
You know that yet, I-
So what would you call being slapped the right way?
There is no right way to slap
Yeah,
someone.
just-
It's just if someone likes it, they like it.
And that's
That's
it.
person to
But
person,
usually
too.
I like to, when I am in session, just with impact play in general, I like to fool them and make it
Okay.
seem like I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'll be real soft with it. Maybe a little clumsy. I might miss a slap or two. And then when I start
Gotcha.
getting into it, And then I get deep into it. They're like, their head is like all fucked up. Cause have you ever heard of the boiling frog theory?
No, let's hear it.
No.
All right, so boiling frog theory, and I use this in my Dom practice. It's like, if you put a frog into boiling water, what's it gonna do?
Jump out.
It's gonna jump out. But if you put that same frog in water that's like a nice temperature for it, it's gonna chill in it. But you little by little increase the heat, so the frog adapts to the increasing heat of the water. So that's what I like to do to my submissives until they're eventually all caught up and they're like, oh shit, this bitch is really crazy.
And
She's
then it's
fucking
too
me up."
late.
Yeah. So then, therefore, there has to be safe words, right?
Oh, yeah, there's
What's your
definitely-
favorite safe word?
I like to use difficult shit sometimes. It all depends on what we're doing.
Yeah.
So like
Mississippi.
sometimes I'll be an asshole and I'll be like, all right, the safe word today is gonna be onomatopoeia.
Ay, Dios
And
mío.
they're like,
That's crazy.
I'm like, what? Huh?
So you choose it? They don't choose their own safe word?
Nah, usually they do. The very basic is like red, mercy. I usually go with mercy or red or like shit like that. But if it's like someone who I like to play with and I like to really fuck with them, I'll be like, man.
No pineapples.
Like, nah, your safe word is a fucking sentence.
Yeah.
So-
Juan Pablo Duarte. That's your
What-
safe word.
Damn.
What's the craziest safe word that they've given you? Like the weirdest one that you were like, the fuck? You really want that to be your
I
safe
don't
word?
know. We never really. I get guys sometimes that like, and usually like, they tend to be like little time wasters that'll hit me up and they tell me this whole elaborate scenario that they want me to do this and that, and they're like, mistress, I don't want a safe word. But meanwhile, they're asking you to damn near kill them, and it's like, no, you're gonna have a safe word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even you be like, God damn, dude, like I need a safe word. I need to
You
break.
just want me to beat you senselessly?
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Right.
gonna kill you. I'm gonna get lost in that. I'm gonna have fun with that shit because you're probably a sick fucking your brother. Nah, I'm kidding. But there's like, yeah, I've never gotten a weird safe word situation like that.
Okay.
Because they don't really even think about it. Like, sometimes we forget, and then I'm like in the middle of the session, I get lost in beating them. They're like, mercy, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Oh, my
my
bad.
bad,
Tone
my
it
bad.
down.
Got carried away.
Got the rag
Let
out.
me
like-
bring it down to an 8.
Now, what kind of clientele do you think more reaches out to you?
That was gonna
I've
be my
seen
question.
some of your mini vids, and
You
we
want
can
me
get
to
into that.
shock you with my response?
I do.
I got a lot of black clients
A lot of black clients.
and Hispanics. A lot of Arabs. I'm not surprised with the Arabs, but
And most of these guys, like, do they like open up to you? Do they like tell you like what's going on in their
yes,
lives?
they tell
Like-
me a lot of things. They get very personal sometimes. I don't really like to get personal on my end, but I know a lot about some of my clients. Because you got to understand, I've been doing this 5 years. Some of these people, I've been seeing them 2 or 3 years. Shit like that, you know. At first, it's not like what people think, like you start and people just throwing money at you. Like, this shit took work.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I
like
can
now, it's
imagine.
like I'm starting to see the reward of it.
Right,
but
right.
it took a lot, and it's my path. I chosen it, and I love it. It's a weird one, I know, like, but
Hey, we don't kink shame on this
Nah,
podcast.
man,
We don't kink
absolutely
shame
not.
on
We
this podcast.
That's
love
all
it.
that matters.
I
Is that,
definitely
We're
kink
weird
shame.
in
There's
our
some
own
weird
way.
ass kinks out there, like
yeah.
a grown ass baby. Why? I play into the kink. I've gotten paid for it. Whatever. Crucify me. Why are you a grown ass baby?
So is that like the weirdest one that
In my
you
opinion,
done?
yeah, but that's not the weirdest thing I've done.
So you like had to like change like a full grown adult, like because you act like a baby? Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying
I
to say?
like fake change them. I'm not changing no grown man real shit.
Yeah.
That's next level. For you
That-
to
that's-
really drop a
yeah,
deuce
yeah.
in a diaper and be like, nah.
all right.
I
Nah,
need
you
to drop
want-
a deuce in the
You want to
diaper.
hear something strange though? One of the first dungeon I ever worked at, there was this person that came in and they wanted to shit in a diaper. Not only that, they wanted you to spank them with their shitty ass.
Oh my.
Wait, was it like spank me for shitting on the diaper? Or
Yeah, because he's been a bad baby.
because he's been
It
a
doesn't
bad
matter
baby?
why.
Hey man, we gotta understand these
You want me to
individuals.
spank your shitty ass.
All right.
Why? If
So-
you ever watch this, why?
Everyone has a price.
If
Also,
I
are
don't
we
pay
breaking
you,
any
that's
HIPAA laws?
why.
We're not breaking any like patient
Yeah.
confidentiality
What
agreement.
patience?
Let's call him that.
I mean-
Let's call him that because it's true. We don't know what these people
Yeah,
do.
we don't
Because
know
that
what's
was gonna
wrong with
be my question. Because like have you guys seen Billions on Showtime?
Yes, I know the like.
For
opening
instance,
scene,
Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck, he's a masochist, and he's a he's a political guy, a very clean cut guy in the public's eye. But behind closed doors, you got a whole lot of shit going on, like, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, what do, aside from, like, you know, what type of, like, race and stuff like that, do you know what your clients do?
Yeah.
Like, for
Wall
work,
Street
and what type of, like,
guys.
clients, like, what are they, Wall Street guys, like,
yeah, a
doctors?
lot of them tends to be like that, or lawyers. A lot of lawyers are
Finance.
into it. Doctors, get hood niggas that sell drugs. All types
Yeah,
of
yeah,
people.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
all types of people that are into this shit. Like, you will be surprised.
No,
Like,
absolutely.
I have like had from the most clean-cut, stereotypical white guy that you expect to do this to like the most hood, tough-looking guy
50
walking
Cent
in.
pulling up.
And I'm like,
50 Cent pulling
I
up.
want you to fist me, B.
I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, hold on.
Possibly homophobic, but definitely
like,
wants to get fisted in the
You
ass.
want me to peg you and you calling me daddy right now? I'm like, what type of Twilight Zone am I in? And can I stay here forever?
I love the joy. That's real joy right there, yo. Wow.
How did you get introduced into this lifestyle?
Craigslist.
Really?
Swear to God.
What were you looking
I
for? Wet
heard-
work?
No,
that
I
shit
like
never worked out for me.
I heard about it. Like, you know, my cousins, I have stripper cousins and things like that. And they were talking about the whole dominatrix thing. And they're like, well, you know, that shit sounds crazy. Like, there's really these white guys that they go to these places and they wear leather and, like, you just beat them. So in my head, it's just, you just beat them. So
This sounds
I'm
like
like,
fun.
yo, this shit sounds lit. I want to be a dominatrix.
Yeah.
So I'm 18, I'm in college, and I'm looking for a little side gig. You know, the first couple tries didn't work out because at first to work at the dungeon, you had to be 21. So I'm like, fuck, I'm 18. They're not going to take me.
Fake ID.
So eventually I turned 21, and I went for it. I went for my first dungeon, and I went on Craigslist, and I was like, dominatrix jobs. You know, I called them, I set up the interview. And then that December I started, and it opened my mind to so much more than just beating men. Like, there's
No, of course.
so many fucking fetishes. Like, my first session, I didn't even beat the guy. It was just me, like, he was like a dog. I was like walking him around like a dog.
Very
He was,
interesting.
like, kissing my feet, and he
That-
nutted in like 3 seconds. It was
Wow.
great. Yeah.
That
That's
sounds
fucking
pretty
amazing.
easy.
And I don't want to get in your pocket, but what was the bag on something that little? That minuscule?
Well, you know, when you start at dungeons, they really don't pay shit, and they take most of the cut. So you will get paid $85 the hour. So if the client is not tipping you well, you're not really making shit in the
Got
session.
it.
You know what Or if you're not getting multiple sessions in the day.
Got it.
Okay.
got it.
Yeah.
So that's why you've probably, like, so you say you work in a dungeon. I don't know if
Yeah.
you want to shout that dungeon out. If you want somebody to go see you.
Pandora's box.
Okay.
Mm.
But obviously, you know, I think you've taken the route of many vids and OnlyFans and
Yeah.
taken to Twitter and all that.
Yeah.
So how's that working out on the other end of it?
So on the other end, you get to explore more different fetishes because a lot of these things, like, you can't, like, really advertise certain fetishes and things like that because they're technically, like, you're not supposed to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're working at a dungeon, you're kind of limited to what
Right.
you can do there because, you know, it's a legal dungeon. You don't want to get them in trouble.
Oh,
So,
okay.
When the dungeon I work at, I've had a toxic relationship with them. So, like, I've been very on and off with them. But, like, I've been there more consistently now just because a lot of things have changed.
Mhm.
So, anyway, before I went back to them, I was doing a lot of filming, my own kind of sessions, and, like, going to parties and, like, conventions. And I really started exploring, like, a whole nother world. And, man, I don't know. I forgot the question. What was
As
that
much,
again?
well, I'm saying, like, obviously it's better on your end because now you control your money, you control your bag, you control your kink because you've gone to. the
Oh,
many
yeah,
vids
you
and
were
the
asking,
OnlyFans.
like,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
much you make.
No, not even how much you make.
So
just,
basically,
how
like
much better
separating
off
yourself
you
from
are.
the dungeon,
Right.
like being like more of
So
an
whereas-
entrepreneur,
yeah,
and it's your own
exactly.
thing, and
Yeah.
not relying
Your
on
own
the dungeon.
business.
Yeah. But I kind of like being at the dungeon, too. It gives me something to do.
What's the pros and cons of like going your own route, like trying to develop your own clientele or working at a dungeon?
To our young listeners, they want to be future dominatrixes.
Just go to fucking school, bitch. But no, for real. Like, I did this because this was really in my nature. Like, if it's not in your nature, it can really fuck someone up mentally. It's not all rainbows and butterflies how you think. It's not like you're gonna walk into a dungeon, you're gonna make all this fucking money, you're gonna have all these great clients. No, a lot of these clients are fucking dicks and they stink.
Damn.
Like,
I
I've
mean,
been traumatized by the way people smell. Like,
Oh
Yeah,
no.
no thanks.
So what's one of the craziest
Virus.
kinks or thing that you feel like you had
but
to
wait,
do?
let me go back to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pros
yeah.
and cons.
Yeah, yes.
So the pros of being at a dungeon is that you really get to learn at a different pace. You're learning from other people. Like, there's a wide range of people that work at dungeons. There's people that have as long as 20 years experience, 15 years experience, to people who are just starting out like you, to people who are like me that have like 5 years experience and things like that. You know, it's a wide range of minds that you have there. Sometimes the people who, you know, you just work with a lot of different people, and it's a lot safer too, because the clients, you know, you give them somewhere to go. Like, oh, you want to meet me here, and everybody knows what you're doing, and everybody kind of protects you. The cons of being independent is not always that it's necessarily unsafe, because you could sometimes rent from these same dungeons and do your own sessions. But a huge con of that is that these dungeons do have set hours. And what if you have a client that wants to book you for 3 in the morning? And he's the guy that's offering you $800. You're going to go to that hotel and you're going to make this money.
Right.
Now, the con of that is that people at the hotel don't necessarily know what you're doing, so you have to have a security system.
For sure.
Yeah.
If you're new to this and you're looking to explore, always have a security system. Always have somebody that has your location at all times. Have a couple of people that have your locations at all times. You know, have somebody nearby always know, like, what you're doing. Like, oh, I'm about to be here. And in an hour, always hit them up. So one day that you are at that place and you don't hit them up, they'll reach out back to you. You know, pay someone to be a security guard if it's a client that seems a little iffy. You know, it all depends. If it's one of your regulars, you know, you already know how to manage them. It's just all depends. It's a case-by-case scenario. And that's why I kind of am still at a dungeon, because, you know, I like to send new clientele there. Like, listen. Oh,
Yeah,
here,
of course.
You know what I'm
A
saying?
little screening process.
Yeah, and my manager screens them. They get the little fever check. It's, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. So let's take it back to as far, because you off camera, we're talking about the different things that you've done and things like that. So what is like one of the craziest thing that you feel like, wow, this is over the top, even for me? Like, what is one of the craziest thing you've done for a client?
I have to say fisting.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's keep in mind, these are all males, by the way. Some
Well,
girls
some
too.
females,
Some
some
females, right?
Yeah, but the females are not my clients. They're usually girls that I just film with. Stay tuned. There's a new video coming
New
out.
content.
Everybody's gonna love it. Super hot.
Make sure you go on there and check
It's
it
not
out.
the usual shit that you know I do. I'm a freak. Anyway.
We'll explore that later too. But go on.
Okay. I'm a freak in the BDSM world, but my personal life, it gets real ironic. But
Okay, we'll touch base on
fisting.
that.
Fisting is fucking wild because you're playing with someone's intestines. There's a lot of juices. I'm the type of person, you give me an inch, I take a mile. So
That miles up here.
So tú te piden el fez y tú le metes el codo.
yeah.
Basically,
Yeah. I was definitely in that video. I'm gonna show you from my account. I was elbows deep. Just so they can be my witnesses, so they know I'm not lying. I was elbows deep in this guy. I was playing with his guts and.
Oh my God!
Oh, man.
Yeah. Definitely in there. And then he asked for 2 fists, and then.
Whoa, what? How? I didn't even think that shit was possible.
It is. You could get them both.
Yeah, man. A
No.
little bit goes a long way.
Coño, 2 fists?
Yeah, 2 fists. You could fit 2 fists in there, but expect a lot of blood. It gets scary.
Holy shit.
Have you guys ever had a girl wanting to get fist?
I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say I didn't have like a little finger go up there by accident maybe once in a while, but you know, I don't ask for it. I'm not gonna fight it either,
he
though.
definitely said, have you had a girl who wanted to get fisted?
Oh, no.
But
not
thanks.
fisted,
But thanks.
Thanks for that revelation.
Thanks.
I like
So
that
we're
you said that. I so appreciate him.
like that.
So you like a little finger in the butt.
I mean, I'm not gonna ask for it, but if it happens, it happens.
But if
You like it. You like getting your ass ate? Be real.
No, you don't
So
want to go
how
down
did
there.
the finger slip in your butt? She didn't eat your ass.
Well,
'Cause
'cause,
that's
you know-
usually how it happens.
Well, you know, you grab things. There's a lot of grabbing, a lot of
She was
missionary, a
licking
lot
your
of grabbing.
Gooch. She was eating your gooch.
I wish
Gooch
she
word.
would. I'm
Hashtag
trying to get her
gooch
to.
word.
So you
Listen.
like getting your ass
No,
ate.
I like her to lick my balls a little bit more, and she does. She does.
If you like
But
your
every once in a
gooch is
while,
no
I wanna go
longer
a
your
little-
balls. Your
little
gooch
further
is that
down.
space
No, I
between
know.
your
In
balls
between
and
your
your
dick and your
balls.
balls. Yeah.
So
Every
you
once in a while,
consider
I'd like
Gooch asshole?
I consider it very
right
close
there.
enough that he will like his asshole eating.
I mean, I don't know.
But it's
Maybe.
okay. You don't
I'll
have
be
to
open to
disclose
try
that
it.
on
I'm open
camera.
to try anything. Obviously.
I'm not saying I eat
No.
ass. I'm just saying
I
you
eat
like
ass.
your ass ate.
If there was an ass,
Maybe.
My man is out
Maybe.
here.
It's a forest.
It's a
It's
forest.
a forest. You gotta dig through some weeds, but.
Yo, so whatever bitch that think about eating his ass, pay for that wax
Sorry, babe.
appointment.
No, she won't do it.
Pay for that wax.
Yo, let's go sugaring. Can we make that like a segment in
What the
there?
fuck
what?
does
What's
that mean?
sugary?
Sugaring. You never heard of sugaring? So I don't want to tell you. Let's just go do it.
What do you put like sugar on the rim of like a sugar on the rim? Is that what you're trying to
Yeah, something
make
like
it taste
that.
better? No.
No. So
You
what is
never heard
it?
of sugaring? So sugaring is the new way of waxing.
Oh,
Oh no, you ain't waxing. that.
Oh.
Hold my
no,
hand
no,
already.
no.
I'm flattered, but I'm damaged goods.
I don't think that's what happened there, but still.
This is crazy.
I'm fucking with.
All right. So no.
Sugaring is another way of waxing. They just use sugar, lime, and water, and they make like a paste, and they wax your hair off.
That
So
shit
that
hurt?
becomes
I
hard?
actually
But whole
wouldn't
hair
mind that.
doesn't hurt. I promise.
Como que no?
It doesn't. I swear. The vagina hurts.
So guys, this
I
is
got
a
some
beauty
pictures.
technique, not some fetish shit. That's
No,
what she's
it's
describing.
Okay.
So you tell
It's
you
an
tell me I go home
alternative
with
to
sugar,
wax.
lime, and water, and I
Yeah.
can turn it into wax.
Yeah.
And I want to go with you and do
No,
that.
no, I'm not.
Come on, please. I'll pay you.
She's like, hey,
We are.
something
what,
tells me you want your ass eaten.
Production. What's the time? We are 20 minutes in, and I already got the dominatrix paying me. Just saying.
Let's go.
He don't know why though.
You be doing my wife a favor. You be doing her a favor. Big favor.
Aye. So all right. So no one here has ever had a girl.
Get him on my show getting his ass waxed, and I think that
I'll
should
do
be
it.
hilarious.
I mean,
wanna
it'll
in there with him,
it'll
like,
be anonymous for
just your
sure.
face. I want to just film your face, like just your reaction, like oh.
Like there you go.
That's just gonna be that 40-year-old
Yeah,
virgin
40-year-old
scene,
virgin, exactly.
but much deeper.
Okay, I'm sorry. Next question.
Sorry, what you said?
Yeah, no, you were saying.
Now the girl asking for the fisting. Never mind. That's fine. Let's not get even.
So I mean, I can tell you personally, I've never gotten a fist in there, but I've definitely gotten 4 fingers. So damn near the fist sans the
that
thumb.
don't count.
It might not. I'm sure that does it, but that's about as far as I got. Is like the
Think
4
about
fingers.
it. This is like a lot of guys' dicks are like this.
In width?
Yeah,
Or-
in
or
width.
in
Look, in
circumference?
width. It's not that
Yeah.
thick. And then I'm a little flexible. Let me see yours. So, yeah, that's not that bad. Girls take bigger dicks than that.
That's fair.
True.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
I
true.
don't. I can't take dick for shit. But other bitches I know do.
Very interesting.
And what's the preparation for that? How much? I mean, how many gallons of KY and or oil do you go
Yo,
through? a
you
week?
want to fucking get your mind blown right now? What
Let's
these
hear it.
motherfuckers like? They like Crisco.
Like the cooking.
What, like
oil?
the
Yes!
cooking
Crystal
oil?
Morgan?
Yes,
But
yes.
what difference does that make?
I don't know.
It's
but
more
it makes it
slippery,
like
I
you
guess.
can slide it
I
in
like
there.
coconut oil.
I guess it smells
Coconut
better.
oil?
It's
Well, your
yeah,
fisting?
Yeah, like to
You
do
like-
what?
yeah.
You like
Well,
coconut oil for your
whenever, you know,
fistings?
I'm with a shorty. You
Oh, like
know,
when you
and-
do anal with a girl?
Yeah, that's a good
Coconut
move.
oil?
Coconut oil is the move.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a little old school.
Twa.
Yeah, that works too.
Little loogie.
Don't do that.
That's not
to girls.
sanitary, right?
Don't do that.
But Crisco
Lube and
is.
spit are not the
nasty. I love
same.
it.
We're gonna have a talk, sir. If
Okay.
that's what you're running around doing to
Okay,
people,
we're gonna have a talk.
we're gonna have a conversation. This guy.
We have a touch base about that.
And I want to put y'all into the best lube for vaginas. I had to learn this the other day because every time I fucked up, like there was 2 girls that I fucked prior to this last girl that I fucked. With my strap.
Who you made come?
With
How
the
many, not
strap.
once, but how many times?
The last girl I made her come twice.
Fuck
Look
yeah.
at you.
Shout out. Yeah.
Dick game strong, girl.
Two times.
Yes. I
Two
got
times.
a strong dick game.
2 times.
I like that.
Hide your
Stronger than
wife.
some of y'all's. That's what she say.
It's more than I give a
Hide the
damn. Fuck outta
missus,
here.
because Mayhem is on the loose.
Oh shit.
I will tell you, I was a little intimidated before coming into this pod because I did watch some of your many vids. The very, very small clips. I'm sorry I didn't pay for them. I'm sorry. But, you know, tiny little.
bastard.
I just
So
wanted to
cute.
see what I was getting myself into. But there was one video because you said
And there's
hi.
some hot videos there. You could
There are
purchase one,
some
bitch.
very, very. Well, first video I saw was a guy's dick, and I didn't want to see that.
Oh, you saw the short dick man
The
one?
short dick man, and you were like beating him up. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what
Yeah,
was that?
bro.
You were slapping it a little bit. You gave it a little.
I just did a little because he don't like
But
dick torture.
You were
No.
doing a
I
little bit
just
of
did a
this. And but then the second video I came across was you with your strap.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call it your strap. And
Get the strap.
you were doing your thing, and you were telling how badly you were gonna fuck whoever's wife. You're like, you want your wife to suck on this, and I got very, very scared, and I did hide my wife,
Oh my god.
and then immediately showed her,
Hide
and
your
she
wife,
loved it.
hide your kids.
So now I'm scared.
Oh man.
Oh,
That was
shit.
your wife in
That
my
was-
messages.
Probably.
Some lady talking
Probably.
about, I don't want my husband to find out.
Probably.
We'll meet him soon.
I'm fucked, man.
So hold on.
Sorry.
So
I'll make her wear a mask.
So
God.
let's get into that. So it's not only male, you specialize mostly in male client, but you just say you had other girls reach out to you, and kind of like. So do girls have like these secret lives too? Like they keep things.
I've done like collaborations with some girls that as well. They do porn and
Got you.
you know. I be fucking them. I'm giving them a little dick game.
Yeah.
So what you would say? Okay, you mentioned was like the worst or like the crazy shit you've done. What is some of your favorite things to do with guys or girl? Because you're a sadist, so you get off by all of this, right? So what is like some of your favorite shit to do?
I really like strap-on play. I'm not even gonna hold it. I didn't even think I was gonna like it that much. But
Yeah.
I love that shit. Like now,
It's
What
cool to have
about
a
it?
dick, right?
So what? It's cool to have a dick, right?
How cool is it to have a dick?
Doesn't it make you feel
It's
masculine?
Yes,
Like you're in control?
Yeah,
I don't want to get up, but there's a position.
No, get up.
Go
man. What
ahead,
you gotta do?
Yo,
Show
on
us.
camera.
Show
Show us. It's
Wait,
more
wait,
here.
what time it is.
All right, so, you know, like, oh no.
Let's go.
No, that's bestiality.
I don't do that too.
Wait, I don't want to fuck up the microphone. 'Cause
All
the
right,
guy,
all right.
Joe, Jack, whatever the fuck.
Let's call him
got it.
Jay.
No, no,
Let's
yeah,
call him
go ahead,
Jay.
go ahead. We got it.
Alright, so you know that position when you on top of a bitch and she's on her belly, and then you would got both arms over here and you just like.
Yeah,
shoving it in
yeah.
there.
I thought it was missionary, but is there like another
But
name?
no, you mean legs up, her legs
Oh
up
yeah,
here?
yeah, all the way like
No,
No, she's
They
right
upside
there
down
flat.
Like that.
Oh, they're face down.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're face
Okay,
down
okay,
ass
okay.
up.
Got it,
Yeah,
got
and
it.
then you're just on top of them and you're like giving it to them. So I've done that for a full night on a big fat man. I'm talking about like
Full night?
yes, a whole entire
The problem is that
night.
with her strap, it doesn't go right.
No, I get
So
that,
she
but
can't go all night.
the fact that he is there taking it for an entire night.
Oh
Listen,
my
man.
God, let me tell you. I have a whole newfound respect for men and what y'all do in the bedroom because it is a workout.
Yeah.
Well, at least the men that really put in that work.
Absolutely.
That
I feel you, girl. Hire your woman, cause she'll take her. You know?
GYW, like we used to say.
oh God.
Guard your woman, dog.
Yo, how big you slanging?
My biggest one is 13 inches.
Yeah.
Yo, I could.
You
Yo, I can do fucking pull-ups on that shit. Like, what do you mean? Just straight like, hey man,
But the
bar
ones
stars.
I usually go for is my 7-incher, like my 4 inches. They like the little ones. Most guys like the little.
I mean, claro, porque duele, me imagino. Porque diablo.
Listen, I personally like little dicks matter. I don't discriminate.
Shout out to all the
Hashtag
chicks out there.
LDM.
Like, find out who has a small dick in the room. Nah, but
Let's whip it out.
nah, let's not.
So let me ask you, what made you kind of stick to the dominatrix realm versus, like you said, you have friends that kind of dibble and dabble in some porn. What made you kind of stick to that and not take that next step?
Cause you know what? I don't really be fucking like that. Like
Yeah. So I was gonna try to switch it too and say, well, enough about work, right? And you said earlier in the car, let's talk about you as the person. You know, you're not really that sexual. You said,
Yeah.
right?
Really?
I'm not.
That's surprising.
I haven't had sex in a year.
Wow.
The
Wow.
last time I had sex was last September. Fuck that guy.
Oh.
Hope you watch this.
He heard you.
She
What's
got
his
2
name? We'll
fists
find
for
him.
you.
We'll bleep it out.
She got 2 fists
I
for
got a whole
you.
foot for you.
Yeah.
She got a whole 13 inches for him. Too.
Ouch, that's tough.
Oh shit, my microphone came off.
It's all good.
I hope it ain't fucked. Well, whatever.
So you consider yourself like shy in your personal life?
I'm
Why
very
do you feel?
shy. I'm like a germaphobe.
Wow.
I like people emit different smells, and I'm very sensitive to that. And it sucks because sometimes I'll really like someone just because they smell the type of way.
That's it.
I mean, hygiene is important.
it's very
man.
important.
It's so important.
I
but
can't deal
also
with
like
that.
when you're with somebody, you're like,
It's a pheromone match for sure.
Yeah.
you just want to smell them. You're like, what cologne you wearing? Like, I love that, but.
And it's
And I
tough when you
also,
smell
like,
like a garbage bag.
I'm a very soft-hearted person in my regular life. Like, people think because I'm a dominatrix, like, I don't have feelings. Like, guys be in my DMs talking about how much. Well, how much for what? Recently, I posted, I don't know if
trying to
y'all
get
saw my
down.
post, but I made a post, like, I was trolling this guy, because these guys always hit me up talking about, they want to buy my pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, he's like, oh, you have PayPal? I'm like, yeah, why? And he's like, I want some one-on-one time with you. So I'm like, so you want to play basketball?
It's a
I
guard
can
up.
imagine he's in the script like, this bitch.
Coño, esta coño.
Yeah.
So then, eventually he's like, no, I want to have sex with you, this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, and I send him a biggest strap on, and I'm like,
Come
well,
through.
I'm the one who does the penetrating around here.
Yeah.
So then he was like, no, that's not what I mean. And then I blocked him and I shared it in my story and everyone. And by everyone, I mean like the 3 people that are always laughing at my shit. Thank you for supporting my antics. They were like laughing at him.
Have you been surprised though by like how big that whole, I guess, dominatrix, S&M, whatever you want to call it, community is? Like, after you started working in it, were you kind of like, damn, there's a lot of people into this shit?
I was really surprised by the diversity of it because I was one of those that thought it was just like white guys, Asians. Sorry.
No, you can say it.
Nah, you can say it's all right. It's all right. That's what we're all thinking. You know, I was shocked.
I honestly thought it was just white guys and
like
Asians
that
too.
kind of people, because that's how
It's
the
a
media
stereotype.
also makes it seem, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
media's not showing you some brolic ass tatted up dude getting, or wearing a skirt and high heels and getting bent over and shit. Like they're not showing you this type of shit. But
I think there's a term for that. It's like,
shit
isn't
that
it like homo
happens
thug?
behind closed doors? It'd be quite interesting. I'd be like,
So besides the extremes though, are there like regular people who just pull up and like, you know what, I want you to just slap me around for an hour, and that's it?
Yeah. I have this one guy and I love him. I call him my human punching bag. And he literally comes, he's so generous. He brings an outfit for the session. So he usually have like some sweatpants, shorts, a little t-shirt or something. He has his outfit that he wears when he leaves, you know. He doesn't take anything off. He doesn't do anything. He just wants me for a whole like 2 hours to just punch him.
Beat his ass.
That's
Punch
it?
him. Just punch him
Face,
everywhere.
body, everywhere?
The body, not really the face. The face,
No, the
connects when
face.
I smack his face. The body, he likes being elbowed, kicked, everything. Oh my God. Si yo tengo un pique, me lo quito en esa 2 horas.
Oh my
I come
God.
out of there brand new.
Yeah.
That shit's like a therapy session.
Yeah.
My hands be sore as fuck though, but I'll be like, it's a good day.
Wow.
Money, I beat his ass. I didn't go to jail.
That's what sounds like a
It's always a plus
win-win-win.
when you can beat someone's ass and not go to jail.
Yeah, man. Even though it's still not the same satisfaction as when it is the person.
Yeah, I mean, you could just, you stole a picture of him on one of them one day. That's it.
But you know, I like to choose, peace and love and good karmatic cycles and to be happy.
So in your personal life, you're more like a vanilla sex kind of person.
Nah, because when I do have sex, I get nasty.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where.
So you're a little shy,
Yeah,
but once it gets there,
It's not for me. It's like I do sex work, right? I do these sex videos. I session with people, yada yada. Everybody looks at me as that. So the one thing I want is just somebody to be cute with me for once and be like, yo, let's go for dinner. So like I don't really talk to no one. I don't really have a personal life because when I tell guys, well, when you gonna take me to dinner?
Yeah.
I like to go on vacation. I pay for that shit on my own, or I have these weird ass slaves that don't even fuck me, that I don't touch or nothing, that pay for all types of shit. So why can't a guy come and do that for me? You know what I'm saying?
It's tough.
And it is. Yeah. And I understand from the male perspective why what I do appears very like intimidating.
Yeah.
Because realistically, would any of y'all want y'all girl doing what I'm doing?
Me personally, no.
I have no issues with it.
You see, I already
that's tough.
So you was fucking that nigga in the ass tonight, and you couldn't come on my 1 day off, bitch. I can see it.
See again, but as long as it doesn't, I don't think
That's
as long as it
tough.
doesn't affect, and again, you know that person was doing it beforehand. I mean, there's a lot of porn stars that
Yeah,
are
yeah.
married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of
That's
girls
true.
that have OnlyFans that are married. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's just you have to, again, put yourself out there, and maybe one day you'll find the right person. But it's like yeah, like you said, you do sex work, so it's like you kick off your shoes, and it's like you come home, it's like that guy's gonna have to understand that you might not want to have sex that day. You know what I mean? You're like,
I
I don't want
have sex with my clients at all.
Yeah, of course.
That's one of the biggest misconceptions of what I do, and like people constantly message me with this shit. It's disgusting. I don't have sex with none of my clients. Sex for me is purely emotional. I'm a soft bitch when it comes down to it. Last guy I fucked, I paid for the hotel room.
Wow, but you really like this guy, huh? It's all right.
Anyways, fuck that guy.
He ain't
God
shit.
loves me. But like for me, sex is a spiritual act in a sense because you're exchanging a certain level of energy. You're exchanging bodily fluids. You're literally exchanging each other's DNA in that moment. So you don't want to run around just fucking just anybody. And I don't judge nobody who you know, they view sex a little more freely and they're not that emotionally attached to it. But me personally, I'm very emotionally attached to sex. So I personally couldn't sell pussy. Like I just, you know, there's some women who can and they cold-hearted like that. But I'm not. I might fall in love with my client. Like, what you mean you nice to go? What you wife again?
I'm outside, nigga.
Like, you can't do that or I'll end up mad traumatized. Like, oh my God, I hate men. Like, I don't know what would happen if I really did that.
Yeah, listen, you'll find somebody. You know, it's again, and there has to be the right person that'll fully understand. Like we did, some of the guys are like, yeah, well, no, absolutely not. But again, if you know what you're doing and what your career is, it's like, someone has to support you with it. And if they don't want it, then
that's not the right person for you.
I think
Absolutely.
those misconceptions happen a lot too. Like I'm sure. And it's, I think it's just the male brain. Like I think if I can tell, I'll be completely straightforward. If it was me and I met you and you told me you were a dominatrix, I'll be like, oh, we getting it popping right now. Already in my head, I'm like, okay, so she likes to get crazy and is ready to be a free spirit and like all of that. Like that would be the first thing in my head. And that's just me being completely honest. So I can imagine like it's hard to find that personal connection. Because most niggas are horn dogs. Like most of us are. Like the minute you hear something like that, you like,
No, honestly, guys are hornballs, especially when they know what I do. Like I don't go to guys' houses anymore. Like there's a lot of things I don't do. I'd rather just be alone and when I'm really horny, just, you know, buzz. And I'm like, all right.
that's it.
Like, he ain't even that cute. I'm not going no more. Because it's just dangerous out here. Like guys sending me videos of themselves. Like guys that are like.
Yeah, how many dicks you get a day?
Oh man,
how many
I can
dicks?
only imagine.
I don't know. I never
15?
really counted.
30?
What the fuck?
That lets you know how many it is.
Stop
that
it, guys.
she don't count it.
70.
Another one?
No, I don't even get that many. None of that. I don't count it because it just happens like sporadically and like I ignore a lot of messages. But like certain guys that I'll be talking to and shit, like sometimes, you know, I'm human, I get horny every now and again, but I'll just sext and like talk shit all day. But then when it's time to link, I'm like, all right, so what restaurant we going to? They never reply.
They're like, what the fuck you talking about?
What's up with that
Your Uber's downstairs.
Some would say that's misleading though. Like, you know.
Well, take me to dinner first before you.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's if we talking about all of that, then you like, I want to go out. I'm be like, I bet. So we're gonna go out and then.
Pussy after, but I'm just saying, take me to dinner first.
Get to know you.
All right, so that brings me to the next point. So like back to your personal life and stuff like that. So how does and you know it's hard given what you do and guys don't come the right way. So what do you feel for our audience will be the right approach for someone that actually wants to have that sexual connection with you?
All right, I'm fucked up and I'm picking
Desayuneo.
now. So I'm gonna just disclose that. First of all, I gotta find you appealing in some way, shape, or form. Like I'm not saying you gotta be cute, cause I've liked ugly men. That I don't know why I've liked them, but I've liked them. I thought they were
They
cute.
make you laugh.
You know?
That's what I hear.
I literally thought their ugliness was cute on them.
Their ugliness was cute on
I'm
them.
not gonna lie.
You know what's crazy?
There's
That
been some
isn't
fly
even
ass.
the first time that I've heard someone say that.
Bro,
and every time I hear it, I'm like, yo, what?
It's like dogs, like poodles.
Okay, gracias.
I know, no,
It's like-
I get it. It's just so
Bro,
crazy.
it's like dogs, like poodles and like French bulldogs. If you look at them, they're ugly.
Yeah,
But they're so ugly that they're cute.
Yeah.
I still think they ugly though. I would never get one of those scrunch-faced dogs.
And another thing.
Because that's a veterinary bill and a half. That's the gimmick.
And
Yeah,
mind you, originally you're paying an arm and a leg for them, and get ready for the medical bills after.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But going back to the cute guys,
Might as well go to
and the
DR,
ugly
it's
guys.
cheaper.
So all right. So you gotta have some type of appeal to you, and like, what's the approach? Like,
So the approach for me is like, all right, you gotta look good to me somehow. First of all, if I don't find you appealing, I'm gonna let you know off rip, and you could be as nice as you want. It's never gonna happen.
not happening.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real
Tumba
about
eso.
it. I'm gonna be real about it. I never front zone nobody because I've always kept it real. Always.
That's always appreciated.
And I don't even
Yeah.
I'm mad weird. I don't even like being touched like that by nobody. Like I've always been like that even as a kid. But for a guy, for me to find him appealing, first of all, I have to find him physically appealing. Then secondly, I have to be able to have a good conversation with you. Like you have to be somebody that's gonna understand me, understand where I'm coming from. I wanna understand you. I wanna see what your personality is like. I wanna see if you're like a balanced person. I don't like people that are too extreme and shit. And like they have all these crazy ass reactions to everything. Just be nice to me and treat
Just
me
be a
good.
decent person, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
hard
we
to
gonna
find.
find you a man.
So-
We gonna find you a man.
So So let's turn it up a
We'll
little
find
bit,
it.
right?
We'll
Let's
find
turn
it
it up
for
a
you.
little bit. So that person already broke boundaries. You guys are connected and stuff like that. You did mention that you were a freak. And you know, you have all these clients who have these desires and stuff like that. Once a lucky guy gets you in the bedroom, right? What are some of the stuff that you like
Keep
to
in mind,
be
it's been a
done?
year.
Huh?
It's been a year.
It's been a year.
whoever's gonna get
so
it.
there's also some build-up sexual tension going on. So what is some stuff that you like to do? So that special guy who's out there already goes. Remember, it's not all about sex. It's a
Yeah, it's
connection.
not.
I don't
But once you get
know.
there,
Okay.
do you personally like being slapped around and things like that?
You
Some of
know-
the stuff that you do. Do you
I
get
don't
high on
wanna
your
say-
own supply?
Okay. I would say this much. I feel like everyone in their personal life is a switch. I feel like everyone likes a little bit of both worlds. You know, because as humans, we dabble in a little bit of both of everything. Anyways, so in my personal life, I can switch into both worlds, but it's very mildly, and I still like to be more in the dominant role, to be honest.
Okay.
So but I'm not gonna be sticking shit in your ass and none of that, bro. Don't even ask. 'Cause I
Nah.
don't like that.
So question,
Okay.
go ahead. That brings me another question. So
I do that shit for pay. I'm gay.
So
for pay.
that's what I'm saying. So a lot of, so in your personal life, a lot of the stuff that you do professionally is a turn off for you.
Yeah, cause I just have fun with
You're-
it. For me,
that
it's
is
like I'm
ironic.
like a little kid. I'm just laughing at
Well,
these
that's what she
weird
does for
guys.
work.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
What,
yeah.
you want to take your work home
Until
with
you're
you? Hell
bald.
I mean, I do. I mean-
Teenage
But there's certain
motherfucker.
things, you know what? No, there's certain things in my personal life I do like to do. Like I do like to play rough and shit, like a little wrestling, like like I don't know. Everybody does it. Like you probably do it with the girls that y'all be with, where y'all wrestle each other down and shit, and y'all fake let her be strong, and then you be like, oh my god, babe, you so strong. I like that shit because I like to feel strong. But
Oh my God, babe, you so strong.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't think I've ever said that in my life.
Ever.
Cause and it's not because I have anything against, but like for me personally, in my personal life,
Said, "My baby's
obviously
not
because
strong."
I don't have a separate work sex life.
Yeah.
You don't? You quit?
Yes. I was
not-
let go.
You
know?
let go? You're not catering
Furloughed.
to the old
I
doñas
was
no more?
I let it go once they hit that unemployment bonus. I was like, boom, I'm done with my sex work life.
That's it.
So go on.
Diamond boy.
So for me, I'm just I am and always have been into being the dominant one. It's just for me, that's always what it's been. I enjoy. Now that doesn't mean I don't enjoy you could bite me, slap me, like you do whatever the fuck you want with like you hitting me, fighting me, whatever the fuck you want, because I get more of a kick out of overcoming that and kind of like overpowering
You're
you.
just like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right,
Like that's the way it works for me at least.
Yeah, but it works different for everyone.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And luckily for me, I've come into contact mostly with women who like being dominated.
Yeah.
Because that's just always been my thing. I don't know if I would call myself a control freak,
I feel like
but
the
I like
blonde
being
is
in
judging
control.
me. They judge me all.
Chill
Small
out.
time.
Small
Chill
time.
out,
Fred.
small time. Chill out. Shit. We got big time here. Coño. Por eso que no te sacamos de la casa, coño.
But you know what? You know what though? I forgot what we opened up with. Not everybody really got to partake in. So Sprizz, when we were talking about whether you like to be either a sadist or the masochist, what's your take on that, bro?
He's a
What-
masochist. Look at that.
Don't do that to him.
No,
Listen,
I'm
I
not-
know this
I haven't-
man since I
I-
was a child.
No, I'm not experienced. in
That's
that
all
world
mine
at
right there.
all. You know, I don't know.
It what?
I
No,
don't-
but it's either or, right?
I'm a,
Which-
I'm
do
a
you
very
like to be the
gentle
dominant-
soul. I like my R&B played in my
Oh.
background.
He
you
likes
know, I
candles
make
lit.
love
He's
to
a
my-
lover. He's a lover, not a fucker.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know that craziness that's going on in your world. yo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So people walk into
I-
the Sprizzy Palace and the
Yo,
candles are on. You got a little
you feel
avant
me?
playing in the
Roses is on the
background.
floor and
I
shit.
feel you.
We feeling marvelous. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
You feel that right there?
You
Feel
burning
your
sage
chair
out
right
there. Feel-
That's how we feeling.
That's
you know?
how you feel it.
Okay.
Feeling.
Okay.
He's one of them guys that does the massage videos. You ever seen it? The
Oh
guys
my
that,
God.
like,
You-
I'll never let
The
my girl
massage
see this guy.
video. You mean the feel a chick up video?
Yeah.
Eso no masaje.
Ese masaje.
I don't know.
I like the guy
He
said.
bitch whole pussy on
Whole
his chin.
cooter on his face, and he's like,
sexual at all.
no, I'm not
I'm
enjoying
not even
this.
turned
And then another guy walks in too, like.
Yo, bro, nah, bro. I be seeing that shit. I'm
I
like, yo.
get it. Some bitches like to
It's
be
a-
rubbed
yeah,
down.
And
it's
I
a
don't think
fact.
there's anything wrong with that. But you're not gonna be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna go get a massage and then send me a video of that, and I'm gonna be like, enjoy, babe.
You ever told your girl you was gonna get a massage and you got a happy ending?
Oh no, please.
No,
Yeah, no.
no.
I don't know.
I
Anyone,
have- I can
honestly,
tell
I don't
you
know
if-
anyone who's ever done that.
I can tell you honestly, I've never been to one of those happy ending places. I don't even really know where they at. It's almost like a myth to me because
Word.
you hear different shit. Like I've heard if you
Very
can't see the
crazy sight. That's the
receptionist,
crazy
Yeah.
part.
that's great. I've heard if
Very
you can't
crazy
see
sight.
the receptionist, that means that they do that there. Like if they have some kind of fogged glass or it's like a downstairs, that's a happy ending spot.
That's
But
where it's at.
Yeah.
it's almost like a myth. Like I
They're
didn't even
all over.
Oh, I'm sure.
see.
I've
But-
had friends who work there, but
I think if you walk into a massage parlor and you see like a couple guys in the waiting room, I'd be like, yeah, I think that's not where it is. You know, like you see no chicks,
No,
you're like,
for
yeah,
real.
I think this is where it happens.
You're like,
three shady looking guys and they're all like on their phones.
they're all on their
Yeah,
phones.
looking
Nobody's
down.
looking at each other. There's an ATM.
Except only cash.
Ah.
Dice Nando que hay uno en Dyckman.
Oh.
Ah, velo ahí. Yo, shout out Nando, B.
Oh, we on live right now too?
Ooh.
Yo,
let's
let's
go.
Let's ask the audience if they have any particular questions, nah?
Nah, B.
Yeah, I got it.
It's your birthday. So,
All right. So, back to you and what you like to do. Any particular like fantasies? Because you say, I like this. You know, it seems like you want to be also with
She
her,
wants
like
a
Ran
Prince
said,
Charming. That's
Absolutely.
what she wants. It's not that
Wants
hard.
to
to
be-
or a
ask.
frog
Wine
that
and
she can
dine.
Or a
kiss.
frog that you can slowly
Wine and
boil.
dine and treat it like a lady.
I want to be loved for once.
Yeah, man.
Damn. I've never had a boyfriend and none of that. Like these guys, I've only literally had sex with 5 people. And all 5 of them were dickheads.
Most of us are.
One of them, he just got
That's
kind
fair.
of obsessed and it got scary. He was like, single white woman. I was like, dude, you kind of gotta go. And I left my house for 3 days until he was gone. Yeah, I was like,
Can't be living like that.
like,
Absolutely.
So then, all right. So then, can I ask you this? And not to point the finger at you, but if all the ones you pick are dicks, is it not something that maybe you're doing wrong?
No, I agree. I feel like I don't see it.
So what is it
necessarily
about
something
you?
that I'm doing wrong. I think like everyone, even men, go through a phase where they're like, "Why the fuck I went out with this bitch?" But
I will
feel
agree.
Like it's
I will
because
agree.
You're going through a period of healing, and when you're healing and you're going through different chapters of your life, sometimes God just wants you to be alone, and you have to go through that shit alone. And if you're trying to force some shit, God's gonna put people in your path, and they're gonna be all the wrong people. You're gonna have to learn those lessons through those people.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Also,
I've definitely
I mean,
been
you
through
said
that.
you had 5 boyfriends. I mean, were they in your younger days?
They weren't my boyfriends.
But like you said, you had some, but
I had 5 partners.
5 partners, and or in your earlier years or in your later years?
It's all very spread out because I have sex like, all right, so my first one, I had sex with him that year, and the following year, it's like my second guy. Then it wasn't like 2 years after that.
No, I'm saying you were like in your like teens, like
Yeah, like
19,
what was
21.
at what age
My
did you lose your
early
virginity?
20s. I lost
Yeah,
my
so that's the
virginity at
thing.
21.
See, that's
Wow.
the
So
thing.
you
So
know,
look,
like-
that's very surprising, guys, because
Yeah.
somebody who's a sexual worker, like you say, you expect all of this stuff, and that's just work. It's not actually like
Right.
that. You might want to actually get to know the person,
Mayhem
and she may
down
bring some
barriers.
money in too.
Breaking down fucking barriers.
I like
He's gonna
it.
be
I
on
like
a book
it.
one day, like
Yo, deadass.
holding
Yo,
the
I'll
13
do that.
incher.
I'm gonna give it to you, and if I'm like making millions at that point, expect a check.
Just give me a signed one. I just
Yeah,
need a
yeah.
Mayhem Melodie signed book. That's it.
That's it. Normal. Like I know her.
I'll give you 2 so you can sell one.
I will. Lit. I'm flipping it.
All right. So what are some like goals that you have with work? Like now that you're embarked in this, journey, and you're doing this. What are some things that? Because you said that you have a
Love
couple
your
of things.
questions. Yeah.
I had breakfast this morning, so
Me too.
know.
What you make for breakfast?
Some cornflakes.
with sugar or no sugar?
No sugar. I'm trying to.
What? No sugar?
No,
like
it's
that?
not that. It's not that. It's like in my personal life,
Ooh.
my other half, her family are diabetes prone. Not to get too much into it. So in our house, we like to watch her sugar,
Sugar-free.
because support for her, and also that's probably gonna be her genes. So we trying to get it like that. We got kids or whatever,
Smart.
But yeah, no
I gotta
sugar
be
on my
like
cornflakes.
That should be gonna be tight like cookie crisp.
Cookie
crispy, lo
crisp.
digo.
Don't get it wrong.
Lo sé,
Don't get it
cookie
wrong, because
crisp.
I'm talking all this shit, but then the next day we'll have some Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
So
That was a real laugh.
But yeah, so what are some career goals, or how would you like to take your content or everything that you're doing? Because she does have her OnlyFans. She does got a lot of
and
things
we want you
going
to plug
on.
everything too.
Absolutely.
Please tell them
I
where they
got
can find
OnlyFans,
you.
but my new favorite is ManyVids. That's
And why is that? And why is that?
Because in many events, I feel like Steven Spielberg. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
shit.
You directing.
I be selling each clip, and every day I'm thinking like, what should I do next?
You're like the
And then I'll be like improvising everything, and I'll be talking my shit like, yeah, you see how I'm giving your white dick better than you?
yeah. That's what scared me. I remember. They're good. They're very good.
They're
It's very
good.
good work.
I'll show you something.
I will
You know,
see them.
I
would love
see-
to see them.
I'll teach you what to do to your wife.
I
Thank you.
see some of your stuff too, and I like. I seen one particular, like, I guess was preview that you were like doing dances like by the bathtub. There was some random guy in the back, but like the filter and everything looked very artsy. So it wasn't just so much like bam, there you go, porn in your face.
Yeah, no, I
Right.
like to really like put thought into it because this will transition into your next question, my friend. Anyway, so one of the things I want to get into more is films. Like I did like a couple of like little skits and things like that. I've done like little music videos where I get to do little fake acting in them, and I really like that avenue. I don't want to necessarily be an actress, but I do want to get into more of the writing and directing and like producing.
Interesting.
Like I'm in the process of starting my own production company. Like I told you, I'm starting this talk show. All of this is relative because I just want to be like a jack of all trades. I don't really plan
I
on
appreciate
having
that.
kids or anything like that in my life, but I just plan on like being really good at what I love. And this is what I found that I love. It took some soul searching. A lot of things happened in between. I used to work with kids for 5 years. I worked with autistic children for the Board of Education.
I was just about
Look
to
at
ask
that.
what you did before this.
Good
Look
shit.
at that.
Can you imagine that?
I mean, hey,
Working
listen.
with a whole bunch of little autistic kids. It was great. I loved
The
it.
thing is that, like, I believe it fully because, you know, and I want to give you a shout out for being able to just dive into something like that because I think it takes a level of bravery because I think there's a lot of people out there who really like that shit but don't have the balls to really admit it and be like, you know what, this is who the fuck I am. This is what I like. And I like either beating or getting beaten or whatever the case is. So shout out to you for having the
Being
cojones
authentic. Yeah.
to
Very-
do your
Authentic as a
thing.
person.
Very daring.
Absolutely.
We love it.
My whole family is mad at me for
Oh,
That
my
was
God.
gonna be my next
Wow.
question.
Oh, yeah, I
actually.
had that one in the clip. So I was going to be like, what do they say when you pull up for the pernil on Thanksgiving?
Cause like, all right, so give us, give them some like, you know, some family history, like in the sense like where you from, what's your nationality, and things like that.
I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Ow.
And my dad's side is the Puerto Rican, my mother's side is the Dominican. The Puerto Rican side don't really know. They think like I'm a model.
Well, you are.
Yeah, so that's as much as it goes. Like they know I do music videos, they know I've done little skits and shit here and there, but they don't really know too much of what I actually do. My mom's side of the family, they know a little more because I'm a little closer with some of my cousins in my mom's side.
The
My
Chimoso
aunts,
Dominican
they
side.
kind of like,
Yeah.
they kind of
I mean, I
suspect
doubt.
something weird because they're all blocked from my Instagram. Like everyone is blocked.
¿Y qué es lo que ella hace?
My mom
Tia
knows.
be like-
My mom straight knows what I do because I'm like, if anything ever happens to me, I want my mom to be the first person to know.
of course.
So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
ever want her to be like, oh my god, I didn't even know she was doing all of this. No, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Sometimes she's like,
You don't want to put her.
Y que deja tu coro, que tú
She can't
sabes.
herself.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
her like, oh, I'm doing a video, and she's like, is it a music video or that other stuff?
Lo otro. That's mad funny that you say
Yeah.
that.
So then I'm like, it's just the other stuff. She's like, all right, don't tell me anything else.
But it seems like she's supportive.
She's not really supportive because obviously nobody would want their daughter doing this, but she's not like ashamed that I do it, or
Yeah.
she doesn't like hate
no,
me for
this is
it.
the
Yeah,
Which is- which is
that's
good.
She loves
Accepting,
me and
accepting
accepts
of
me.
it.
Which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
which is rare
awesome
in our
still.
culture, you know,
Yeah.
because the Dominican side, Dominican Republic is I feel like a very close-minded
Yes.
country, or they're
Yes.
just very traditional and stuck. I don't want to say in the Trujillo era, but it's gonna take them a while for them to open up their mind, be more accepting,
I mean,
like
there
where.
is no kink scene in DR. Let's be real. So
Yeah,
there's
there's a lot of underground stuff. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
and there's a lot of like it's worse over there.
And I think more people actually want that. That's why, like you mentioned, you over there, you're like from Villa Mella. We're in the car talking about music, and you said La
My
Pelusa.
cousins is from Miami. I'm from New York. I'm not one of
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah,
ones
got
that's
you.
Like I'm from El Capital. No, I was born in Roosevelt Hospital. When I go there,
Like I visit
I'm in
once. Stop.
Americana, but over here I'm a fucking spick. Listen,
Okay.
We've been there.
nobody. I don't fit in anywhere.
Except in the dungeon.
Yeah. And with these fellas.
Let's go.
DP,
I'm happy
baby.
that you feel good here.
Yeah, cool bunch. I like
DP,
the
baby.
personality difference.
Nice. So talking about like perversa and stuff like that. So you listen to some music out there, and we're talking about that there's not a kink scene in Dominican Republic, where I feel like there's an underground kink thing, and people want that. And are you familiar with somebody, the artist Tokisha?
Yeah.
For instance, I feel like she's been so successful because she is daring, and there's a lot of people that want that and
agree.
can't do that.
I feel like Tokisha now has changed like the dembow scene and all of that because she is a little bit like I see some of the kinky stuff that she does, like where she would like have somebody tied up or she'll wear like harnesses.
Oh, I had her OnlyFans. I'd seen some.
gear
Is
and-
that?
Subscribe to her.
He said, I've seen it. I've
a
seen it.
while ago, it was on special with like $5.
how is
It was alright, you know, considering. Okay, so for me, something that like kind of like is a turn on for me is if I kind of know the girl, whether I know her personally or I know her from TV, regardless if she's like on a scale like a 7. The fact that she's like maybe famous or lives down the block from me, that automatically gives it like 2
Well, I
point
think
like, oh,
she-
this
Yeah,
is
of course.
hot.
Everybody
I
wants to
can
see
why you
somebody
would
they know
subscribe,
fucking,
and
for
she's
sure.
very freaky.
I like that
Yeah.
she's daring.
She'd be like, yo, soy una perra, caro.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Popola de raza.
Nah.
But she perra viralata. Her.
So you follow her music.
Oh no, I fuck with her. I like her style and shit like that. And I really like and I appreciate that she's introducing that kink and fetish stuff into the Dominican culture and into the, you know, dembow scene, because they didn't really have that before.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like.
Versa is also coming up, and she's kind of like a little weirdo, a little freak and shit. And they just this little clan of weirdos, and I love it.
Ah, that's
Does it
what's
make you
up.
feel more like you have more representation because of
Yeah,
that?
and I feel like the hip hop community too has been more like accepting of what the kink and fetish scene is. Like Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion are constantly wearing latex, like really
Yeah.
rubber latex.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people don't know the difference between PVC and latex. And yes, I'm the snob dom that cares if you know the difference. But
I didn't.
I didn't
I
even
did
know there was
well,
a difference.
latex is literally like rubber. Like it feels
Okay.
like rubber. Like,
That's the stuff that you get hot in.
yeah,
and people
yeah,
are
it's,
allergic
like,
to.
Really sweaty.
Those are the gimp suits.
Well, gimp suits could be latex, PVC, or
Okay.
leather.
Okay, got it.
And then there's vinyl too. So like PVC and vinyl are kind of similar. So they're like the shinier, like fake leather.
Okay. The
And-
pleather.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's leather, you know what leather is. And then there's latex, and latex is like the rubber.
It's what guys lie about so they don't have to use condoms.
Got you.
That they're
So,
allergic to.
The latex out.
Yeah,
so all right.
Bitches lie about that shit too.
So Toquichas and Rosalinda son somos nos besamos pero somos homies,
Yeah.
right? Like that's how it goes or something like that. Do you have a homie que tú te besas con ella?
Yeah, and I posted it. Jinx.
Or is that for work or is that like
That's a
a
homie.
thing?
Yeah, it's just for work. I told you in my regular life, I'm not really affectionate.
I'm trying to bring
I
that.
couldn't imagine myself just going up to Jinx like, oh my God, just kiss me. Like, I see these girls that's like that, and I love that. And sometimes I low-key envy that. I'm like, how y'all so friendly and touchy? Like, I can't. Like, don't touch me, nigga. Like,
Yo, she turned real gangster real quick. Slap you.
Yeah, like I don't have that nature in me, and I guess it's kind of like I wasn't brought up in an affectionate household, like not on some sad shit. Like my parents
Yeah,
loved
no,
me.
of course.
but My dad's form of affection was like rough housing. and
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So I was
yeah.
treated
Look
like
at you. haha.
Yeah, I was treated like a boy my whole life.
Getting punched in the eye. Look at you.
And
At a
then look
girl.
at what I grew up to be. Ooh, I just had a life epiphany.
There it is.
Oh.
Only child?
Huh?
Only child?
No, I'm not the only child. I have a brother and a sister.
A brother.
Gotcha.
Older or younger?
Older.
Older. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
What are their opinions on what you do? Do they? I mean, I'm assuming they
Me
know.
and my brother, we don't really have much of a tight bond. Like we're cool and stuff. Like we see each other around. My sister lives in Arizona. We're not really that close. My sister's just always like out for my safety. She's like, you know, just always
No,
be
of
safe.
course.
And then my brother's like, he doesn't really care. Like he's just always caught up in his own reality. You know what I'm saying?
Caga loca
We're all
aquí.
adults now.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Everybody got their own responsibility or
course.
whatever.
Everybody got their own little thing going on.
Thank you guys for being with us. We want to thank immensely Mayhem Melodie for being here with us. Please give it a round of applause. This was one of the most seamless pods we've been on. She meshed well with us. Please tell the people where they can find you, where they can be dominated by you, where maybe they could just enjoy you dominating others.
But no morning head.
No head.
No anything.
No head. Period. So you can find me on Instagram, Mayhem Melodie Official. Melodie is spelled with an I-E. And you just click the link tree. Everything else is there.
Boom.
Pretty
One
simple.
stop shop.
Thank
Word?
you so much for having me.
No, thank you. Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thank
Let's
you guys.
go.
These guys are great.
Let's go.
And
That's the plug. Senor Ruchata, the little man, Sprizzy the god, big time Sprizzy,
Small time Sprizzy.
He's been judging me.
He has. We send him the other way.
Also, Melody, if you have a car, can you give it to Sprizzy?
Yeah. I will not be taking no fists. Thank you very much.